Hello mini makers, today we'll be making an Azurill from Pokemon for 3D printing. We will begin with the basic shapes. Add 2 spheres, one for the tail and one for the body. Then enter sculpt mode to make the tail. Use the snake hook tool to pull out the tail, and use the smooth tool to get a good shape. Next, add a sphere and size it in the Z dimension to make the feet. Use proportional editing to rotate the tip to make the curved appearance of the foot. For the ears, add a cylinder, subdivide surfaces, and inset the front face to create the ear hole. Mirror this cylinder across the body, using the body as the mirror object to create 2 ears. Moving on to the face. Enter sculpt mode, add some geometry using dynamic topology and by setting the inflate tool to 0. Then, use the mask tool to make the mouth. Invert the mask using Ctrl I and push the mouth in using the draw tool in the negative dimension. You can use the pinch tool to make the mouth thinner or whatever size you want it to be. For the cheeks, use the mask tool, invert the mask, and use the inflate mesh filter tool to pull out the cheeks. For the eyes, use the mask tool, invert the mask, and use the inflate mesh tool in the negative dimension to push the eyes into the body. Use the pinch tool to make a defined boundary, and use the mask tool to make the pupils in a very similar way. You can use the crease tool to make the eyes more defined if you would like. Now we can union the ears and the feet to the body, making sure to smooth out any connections. Next, we can move on to making the black tail. This is done by adding a cube, extruding the faces in edit mode, making sure to rotate the faces and use the loop cut tool to add faces that can then be used to make the general shape of the tail. Because this will be 3D printed, we want to make sure that it is thick enough not to break. Finally, do the finishing touches on the model. If you like the model and want to print it yourself, please go to my printables page in the description and download it for yourself. If you would like to support more videos and more models, please support me on my Patreon page.